Hello viewers, in this video lecture we are going to see another one topic from the first unit. Myself Hasina Bibi, Assistant Professor in the Department of Artificial Intelligence and Data Science, Rohini College of Engineering and Technology. We are going to see the topic data types, variables, operators and typecasting from the first unit of object-oriented programming. Let us start with the data types. Actually, data types is a type of data predefined by the programming language. Data type, when we define a data, we have to declare it with the data type. Another one important thing associated with the data type is each data type is associated with the memory requirement. In Java, we can classify the data types into two major categories: primitive data type and non-primitive data type. In primitive data types, we are again having the classification Boolean and numeric. Boolean means only it will returns true or false based upon certain conditions or features. Numeric data type includes all the numeric data items, which will also categorized into character, then integral data type. In integral data types, we are having several other categories based upon the feature and the size of the data items. Let us see about primitive data types. Primitive data types are predefined by the programming language and they will be named by a specific keyword. First of all, a smallest primitive data type is byte. It is 8-bit signed data item. It has minimum value minus 128 and the maximum value 127. The default value is 0. And we can define primitive byte data type with the keyword byte. For example, byte A equal to 100. Here A is the variable name of the data and the data will be kept in the variable name A and the data is byte data is 100. So in the program A will have 100 and byte B equal to minus 50. B is the variable with the data type byte which will have the value minus 50. Now short, it is the type with the 16-bit signed data item which will also have the minimum value and the maximum value. The default value is 0. We have to declare short data item with the keyword short. For example, short is equal to 10,000. Integer is a numerical data type and the size is 32-bit, which will also have the minimum value minus 2 power 31, maximum value 2 power 31 minus 1. The default value is 0. This type is declared with the keyword int. Long, it is 64-bit signed data type, have the minimum and maximum value. And the long data type will be, the data value should be mentioned with the key with the letter capital letter L or small letter L. For example, long A equal to value L. Here long is the keyword used to define the long data type. The value will be assigned with the letter L. Float, it is the single precision 32-bit floating point data type having the default value 0.0 f. Here f is the letter used to mention along with the data value and the keyword is float. For example, float f1 equal to 234.5 f. Double is the double precision 64-bit floating point data type. Default value is 0.0 d. Double is the keyword used to define double data item. Boolean, it is also belongs to the primitive data type. Boolean will have two types of value, true or false. The default value is false. It should be defined with the keyword Boolean. Character, char is the data type. It is actually 16-bit single character. It has also minimum and maximum defined values. Char should be defined with the keyword char. Single character can be defined with the character data type. For example, char letter A equal to A. The character should be mentioned within the single quotes. Here the variable name is letter A. Capital letter A is the character value. Non-primitive data types. Non-primitive data types are implemented using object concepts. In Java, every variable of the non-primitive data type is object. For example, string, array, list, queue, stack, class, interface, etc. These are considered as non-primitive data items. In our subject, we will study all those string, array, list, class, interface as a separate topics. Variables. Actually, variable is a holder that will hold data value in the program. Actually, variable is the name of the data. We can refer the data with the help of this variable name. Also, variable will reserve a space in memory where the value will be stored. So we can say variable is the memory reference name of the data. The variables may be of local variable, instance variable, static variable. And declaring a variable, we have to declare a variable with the data type, and we have to give one variable name equal to value. For example, if you want to declare integer types of values, for example, in our program we are having a, b and c. We have to declare it int a, b, c. Otherwise, if you want to directly assign values, it is called as variable initialization. We can initialize values like int a equal to 20, b equal to 30, etc. Then the variables may be local variable, instance variable and the static variable. Local variables are declared inside a method, constructor or blocks. So it can be created and destroyed only within the particular block, which is visible and accessible only within the declared method, constructor or block. There are certain access variables, access specifiers are there that can be used for local variables. Instance variables are declared in a class but outside a method, constructor or any block. Then static variables are static if we define it with the keyword static. It can be declared outside a method, constructor or a block. Let us see the concepts of operators. Operator in Java is a symbol that is used to perform certain operations. Java supports rich set of operators to perform various operations on the data variables. We can classify the operators into several groups such as arithmetic operators, relational operators, bitwise operators, logical operators, assignment operators, ternary operators and unary operators. Arithmetic operators are used to perform arithmetic operations on the data. For example, we are here for our understanding, we are having two integer datas in the name of A and B. And for arithmetic operations, we are having the plus operator for performing addition, minus for performing subtraction, star for performing multiplication. To perform division, we are having two operations, division and modulus. The first operator, division operator, is used to provide the quotient of the division, and the modulus operator is used to provide the remainder of the division. This example program showing how can we apply operators in our Java program. First of all, we have to declare the data with the data types, and we are applying the operators. For example, system.out.println a plus b is equal to, after closing the double quotes, we are directly applying the operation plus a plus b. Here a plus b is an expression which will be evaluated and the result will be printed in the place. So the value of a and b gets added, result will be printed, directly printed by the system.out.println. And also we have defined another one string variable, string x equal to thank you, y equal to you. Also we have applied addition operation in between x and y, that is system.out.println x plus y equal to x plus y. Here what will happen is, in between the strings, addition operator will act as the concatenation operator. So both the strings will be concatenated and the resultant string will be printed. So X consists of thank, Y consists of you. So thank you concatenated string will be framed and will be printed. So thank you will be printed. Relational operators are used to compare the data values. For example, it is used to compare like whether both the data items are same, equal to, not equal to, greater than, less than, greater than or equal to, less than or equal to, etc. So these relational operators will return true. If the condition is true, it will return false if the condition is not true. Here we are seeing the example. For example, we are comparing A and B. For example, if A greater than A less than B, we are directly applying the operator A less than B. So what will happen is A will be compared with B. If it is lesser, true will be printed in the place, and if it is greater, false will be printed. Then bitwise operator. These kind of operators are used to perform bitwise operations. For example, we are having the operations like bitwise AND, bitwise OR, bitwise exclusive OR, bitwise complement, left shift, right shift, zero fill, etc. Here we are, you might have studied how to apply the bitwise operations. For example, in the digital data, we are having A 8-bit data, B 8-bit data, and the bitwise operations will be applied in between the corresponding bits of the data. For example, A have 0, B have 0. A and B means it will be similar to the multiplication. If the both digits are 0, 0, we will get 0. Also, if any one digit is 0 in the bitwise AND, the answer should be 0. If both should be 1 to get 1. But in case of bitwise OR, it will be like addition. If any one digit is 1, we will get 1. Then bitwise exclusive OR. The complement bit of the OR operation will be the result of exclusive OR operation. Then complement. For example, the complement of 0 is 1, 1 is 0, etc. So these are the bitwise operators, and these operations will be applied in the bit level of our data value. Here we are applying the bitwise operations in between A and B, means the digital bits will be considered for A, that is for 10. The actually 8-bit digital value will be considered, and for 20 also 8-bit or 16-bit digital corresponding value of 20 will be taken, and the operations will be applied in the bit level. Then the logical operations. Logical operations operators are logical AND, logical OR, logical NOT. These operations will be applied in between expressions. If both expressions are true, logical AND operator will provide true. If any one of the expression should be true, to get true from the logical OR operation. Logical NOT means if the expression evaluates true, it will return false. Assignment operators. We are having the assignment operators equal to, plus equal to, minus equal to, star equal to, divided by and equal to. Then the left shift, right shift, bitwise AND assignment operator, bitwise exclusive OR assignment operator, bitwise exclusive OR and assignment operator, etc. Ternary operator. Ternary operator is the operator which will be applied in between three variables. For example, the syntax will be variable x equal to expression, question mark, value if true, colon, value if false. We can see the example. B equal to, here the expression is A equal to 0. Actually, this should be the condition. Question mark means this condition will be evaluated. If the result of the evaluation should be true, the value answer is 20. If the result of the evaluation is false, the answer will be 30. So here we are getting the answer for B. If A equal to 0 is true, B will get the value 20. If a equal to 0, if a equal to 0 is false, means b will get the value 30. So this is the common structure of ternary operator, conditional operator. Then unary operator is the operators which will be applied on the single operand. For example, plus, minus, increment operator, plus plus, decrement operator, minus minus, logical not operator. We all know about plus will make a number as positive number, minus will make a number as a negative number. And we are having the increment operators. In increment operator we are having two types, post increment and pre increment. For example, plus plus a means pre increment, a plus plus means post increment. These two, the value level and the results will vary in these two kind, pre increment, post increment, or this is also applicable in the decrementation. For example, c equal to plus plus a means what will happen is initially the value of a gets incremented with 1, and the incremented value of a will be applied to c. But in case of post increment, for example, if you are applying c equal to a plus plus means original value of a will be applied to a, after which a will be incremented. The new value of the a will be incremented value. Similarly, this is also applicable for the decrementation operation. Then let us see the precedence of operators. Precedence means if in an expression, if you are having more than one operators, precedence level gives the order of evaluating the operation or giving the priority level to the operators. Based upon the priority levels, we will evaluate the we will solve the operators. The operator with the higher precedence will be evaluated first, etc. For example, in our expression x equal to 10 plus 5 star 2, we are having several operators like assignment operator, addition operator, multiplication operator. Here the priority levels will be, first of all, we have to solve all the brackets, then the priority level go to unary operators, then multiplication, division, then addition, subtraction, after which shift, relational, equality, etc. In this order the priority level goes on. In our expression x equal to 10 plus 5 star 2, multiplication having the highest precedence, so first we have to evaluate do the multiplication, then we have to apply the addition, finally we have to apply the equal to operator, that is the right hand side result will be assigned to the left hand side variable. So the precedence of operators decide the order of evaluation of operators if in an expression we are having more than one operator. So that's all about the topic. Thank you.